itself times fucking 20, 30.
Airing up the tires. For the...
Great on the racetrack.
Gonna try some new BOYSEN power reeds.
You got
See
the
if that
Allen,
does
it's an
anything.
Allen.
What's an Allen?
You got the Allen, take the
No.
intake out.
I brought Phillips head. No, of course not. Load up the cowie.
Try not to scratch the fucking new car.
Yeah, you notice how clean it is now when you get the mean run start.
Now we can fucking do it. Go get my tampons.
Yeah, let me go get them. J&M Machine Co. And
Let me make my
Allen's-
voice a little lower.
Adam's trying to get his fucking... He had some special coating put on a wrist pin, piston, all kinds of internals. The guy that did the coating said that... What'd he say?
It goes 3 microns.
He said 3 microns thick.
And it's a little tight on the piston.
I would have figured that the guy that did the coating would have taken the pin down 3 microns beforehand. Oh, this isn't the guy that did the coating. This is the guy that's going to fix the coating.
You pay for it.
Huh? Would I pay for that? It's so strong.
Yeah, I haven't even made a dent in it.
It's so strong.
Yeah, I haven't even made a dent in it.
It's so strong.
Yeah, I haven't even made a dent in it.
It's definitely getting better.
It's getting better.
Yeah, because I actually pushed it all the
Was
way.
able to go in.
All the way. Well, basically,
You're not
it's
gonna
to
need.
the-
You're not gonna need the piston clips though.
Oh, I'm glad it's strong.
Strong is good. Yeah.
Fucking thing. It's so strong.
Yeah, I haven't even made a dent in it. Let it cool off.
Make that work. Definitely a lot better than what it was. Didn't even fit in there this morning, so we're getting somewhere.
Yep. But I put some oil on it, and naturally, it's like basically just by holding it in your hand, you know, you're making it grow the, what I sand it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah. Thank you. What do I owe you?
$20.
Told him before we left, tighten the chain. Does he want to listen? No. You on?
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Paul from Paul's Karts here, and today we are gonna try a 300-foot run down this pass here. We marked out 2 lines, one way down at the beginning. I'll show you that now. All right, so we're gonna be doing a proper reed valve test. Hold on one second, stop. I'll edit it in. We're gonna be marking out the starting point for the test runs. So we're gonna go ahead and draw a line across the path. Here. Go ahead. This line here will mark our test point that we're gonna take our times from this line to the top of the hill. When we get up there, we'll make another line. All right? So I'll be right back. And another one, which is right over here, right in front of the dirt bikes. And we are gonna try swapping out the reed valves. We got some BOYSEN power reeds, and we're going to be swapping out what I think is stock reed valves in this thing right now, and then we'll do 3 runs as fast as we can with the stock reeds in it, and then we'll have Adam do it. He's a little bit better at launching. 3 runs with the stock reeds in it. We'll swap these out, show you how that's done, and then we'll do 3 runs with the BOYSEN power reeds in there. This is a 87 cr125. So we'll go ahead, we'll do 3 power runs, get a time average, and then we'll show you how to swap these out, which hopefully will be pretty cool. And then we'll do 3 power runs after that. Hopefully we'll gain some time. We also have other mods that we're going to do to this bike. New carb coming next week, new spark plug, new reed valves,
New plastics.
And maybe a little bit of a muffler change, an FMF back pipe. So those will be the mods we'll be trying one at a time. So without further delay, let's get some power runs in. All right, Adam, what's about to happen now?
I'm gonna do a little warm up, get warmed up on the bike, and then we're gonna do a few passes, 2 or 3 passes.
All right, so a quick something to bring up. We don't have like a separate watch to time this with, so he's gonna do 2 passes, not on video, that I'm gonna time with my phone, and then the 3rd pass, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that one on video. So without further delay, Adam, you can go ahead and get your first couple passes down. When you get down there, I'll give you like a thumbs up. I'll give you like a thumbs up when it's time to go. So we just did the first pass from down there to this line right here, 8 seconds, 8.43 seconds. So he's turning around up here now, and he's gonna get lined up, and we'll do the next one. Okay, so he just did the second one. The second one was 8 seconds, 8.29 seconds, so he's getting turned around again. And we'll give this thing a 3rd time. The first one was 8.43, the second one was 8.29, and it's bogged on the second one. Let's get a 3rd one, and then I'll film the 4th. Guys, so he just did the 3rd run. It was 8.56 seconds. So this time I'm gonna film it so you guys can see it for yourselves, and then we'll switch out the reed valve and we'll go to the next one. All right, just gave him the go ahead. All right, so that's what it looked like. Now we'll switch out the reeds. All right, so we just got back. Adam just got done doing those 3 runs. We're gonna switch out the reeds now, see if that makes any difference. Put in the BOYSEN power reeds, make 3 more runs. The average time on that was 8.5 seconds is what we're calling that. It was pretty much the average of the 3 times. So we're gonna put the reeds in, see if it makes a difference. We'll be back to you.
See you guys.
So this is the reed cage. Now the reed cage is located right behind the carburetor. You pull the carburetor out and the intake manifold, and it's basically connected to the intake manifold. On this, it's a V-reed system, which means it has 2 separate reed valves. See the way they come off? Now there's 3 parts to the reed valve. I'm showing the 3 parts to the reed valve. There's a metal retainer, and then there's the reed itself, and then what they call the reed cage. I'm going to put this one back in the package, and I'm going to get the new reed and we'll put it in. We've already put in the other side. He can show you the other side. That's the new reed. Old reeds, new reeds. So there's 2 sets on each one. Show them the other side. Flip it back over. So this is the old ones, and those are the new ones. So we're putting in the new ones, and we'll see how it rocks after this. A couple seconds, and we'll be taking it for a rip. So we were just talking about how much we think this will actually take off our time. What'd you say, Adam?
1/3 of a second.
1/3 of a second. You know, if we can get a 1/3 of a second, half a second off, I would say that's a huge improvement. That's got to be a horsepower or 2 just from that. The guy at Motorsports said that the power reeds are going to be a huge improvement over the stock reeds, so we'll find out. Finishing up putting it in now, we'll throw the carburetor back in, and then we're going to get at you with another power run. So hold on. Alright, so he's going to send it. All right, so same like before, we're gonna do the 3 times. He's gonna go down here, turn around and come back. And we're gonna get the best time out of 3, or the average of the 3. And we'll see if he shaves any time off. So I'm gonna film the last one. The first 2 I'm gonna time. So he just did his first time. It was an 8:45. That's already a little bit faster than the average, but his fastest time last time was an 8:29. That was his first pass. So let's see if we can get it a little bit faster on the next one, or at least if we can get an average below 8:50, we'll know we're doing something good. So yeah, let's get the second pass down. Second pass was an 8:10. That's the fastest pass so far. That's about 19 thousandths or 19.19 faster than his fastest pass before, which was an 8:29. So an 8:10. That is the fastest pass so far. So let's see what we do on the third pass here, and then I'll film the final. Right, so that time was an 8:33. All 3 of those passes were way below the 8:50 average of last time. So I'm gonna video this one. And I'm about to send him. Hands up, go. Cruising, I'd say he's hitting about 50, 60 right there. So, reed valves definitely made an improvement. Big numbers. Some of them 40 thousandths faster. His fastest pass was 40 thousandths faster than average. So, big improvement, big gains. Third time, told him to tighten it. Before we left, he says it's good. Third time the chain fell off. See it sagging there? What do you got to say, Adam? Time to tighten it?
Time to tighten it.
You guys just seen that video. You saw what the reed valves do. BOYSEN power reeds. They're where it's at, man. For the bike to be able to pick up almost a half a second, you know, that's got to be making a considerable amount more power. And it was consistently, it was at least, you know, 0.3 of a second, maybe 0.4 of a second consistently faster. And something like that, I mean, you know, if you looked at the video, you saw the reeds we took out, you saw the reeds we put in. They were shit. I mean, other mods that I've done to this, on top of that, is it is punched out 60 over stock. It's been 20 over on its third piston. Every, you know, time you rebuild the engine, you got to get to 20 thousandths over piston if the bore gauge says so. So it's on its third piston, 60 thousandths over, which does give it a little bit more power. And then on top of that, you know, it's got new reeds in it. Just got in a new plug today. So we're going to be going back to the factory NGK spark plug, the racing competition plug. This is number NGK BR9EG, which is the stock plug. Basically, I think that's the stock plug from 82 to like 95 or 97. It's a long run that they run that plug. Gapping that plug, people were asking me what I gap that plug at. I think it's 26 thousandths you should gap that plug at. That plug should come pre-gapped though. Another thing we're going to be putting on this bike, this was off the other engine I got. When I got this bike, I got 2 of them. This is an FMF pipe. It was repacked and spray painted. It was kind of rusty. Maybe I'll put the FMF sticker back on it. I'm not too worried about how this bike looks, to tell you the truth though. But this muffler, I'll show you the muffler that's on the bike now. So, I'll give you a better shot. So this pipe is going to be a lot different than that pipe. I'm probably giving the worst angle in the world. So this pipe is wider and it's a little shorter and a little wider. Neither one of these pipes has a spark arrestor in it, which in a lot of parks you go to, they'll want you to have a spark arrestor in it. The spark arrestor is basically there for a reason, that your bike doesn't spit out a spark and it go float around and land in the pile of leaves and start the whole place on fire. What a spark arrestor is basically like a screen inside of the muffler. If you look through this, it's a straight through type. This would be probably considered the FMF power muffler. Then they have the stock muffler, they have spark arrestors. There's a bunch of different versions of the FMF pipes. The pipe that's on there now, somebody probably in its past ownership's life took the spark arrestor out. The way you can check to see if your bike does have a spark arrestor in there is just take a long stick and shove it up there. If it hits something, it's got one. If it doesn't hit anything, it goes straight through. It doesn't have a park arrestor. That's the way the park rangers and stuff like that will check. They'll just take a stick, stuff it up there. If you don't have it, you can get a fat ticket, stuff like that if you're riding in a park. Besides that, we're going to do the spark plug, probably throw on that pipe, and we did the reed valve. Oh, next week we're doing the carburetor. What's going to go on there is a Mikuni TM carburetor. I don't have it here to show you. It's a carburetor that I had set up on a cart before. I think it's a 34 or 36. I got to make sure that the outside diameter of the side where it connects to the engine, the intake side, is the same, just to make sure I can mount that to the bike. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be putting a new carb on there, and hopefully, you know, the new reeds, new plugs, new carb. I called Sudco, had them send over everything this bike needs. Over the years, they gather information from people, from riders, from, you know, their own personal testing on what jets, needles, you know, needle valves, emulsion tubes, pilots, which is the best setup for each bike, for each carb. So you just call them up and say, hey, I got an 86 cr125, I'm going to be running a Mikuni 36 millimeter TM carb, and they send you everything that they know works the best for that. So that's what I did. I ordered everything they said, so that stuff should be here. Still waiting on that. When that stuff comes in, I'll rebuild the carb and throw all that stuff in there and then mount that to the bike. But I'm just filming a little summary for this video. I hope you guys like the riding. I hope you guys like the before and after test on the BOYSEN reeds, power reeds. So this is Paul from Paul's Karts, and until next time, guys, have a nice day.